Real Progressives. This is Rocco Million with Real Progressives. I wanted to say a few words about the federal job guarantee being in the mainstream right now, and all the people that are cynical all over the place. It's really, really disheartening to see. People are talking, I shared an article that showed Bernie Sanders is supporting the federal job guarantee now, Cory Booker, all kind of other people, Kristen Gillibrand in the Democratic Party, all these, right-wing neoliberals really are now advocating for the federal job guarantee because they need public support. And they know if they advocate for the federal job guarantee, that guarantee, that shows everybody that they are supporting labor first and foremost. All right, the big thing I want to say is, who cares if you like the politician or not? Who cares if you trust the politician or not? If they have a bill on the table that will empower labor against the predatory nature of capitalism, that's what we need to support. That's the whole thing. That's what I'm on here saying every week. We, the people, have all the power collectively to force our socially owned government to satisfy its constitutional mandate to the general welfare. That's the whole thing. So we saw Cory Booker and some other people refuse to vote for a bill that would have made prescription drugs cheaper. And he caught hell for that. All right, he got a lot of backlash over that decision. And so, from all that heat, I'm sure now he's feeling, that he needs to, win back the people's trust and support. So he's going, he goes after the heart of it. He knows that if he supports something like a federal job guarantee, that everyone, will support him, because this is a program that will empower labor against the predatory nature of capitalism. All right, that's the whole thing. If we can't support a great idea that's going to save lives today, that's going to, empower labor, then we've already lost before the fight even begins. I mean, what are we doing? What's the point of any of this? If the ruling class, if all they have to do is like our ideas and then we're going to stop liking them, then, I mean, we've lost before we even started. It never surprises me. It never, how many people are just so cynical that they can't get out of their own way. Really, I mean, this is something that everybody should be jumping up and down for joy with. Finally, we see some of our representatives starting to respond to public pressure. This is a great thing. We need to apply more. If they stop supporting this bill, then we stop supporting them. But as long as they have a bill on the table, or they're working for a bill that we, the people, want, we need to support them. We need to support that policy, period. If we don't, then, what the hell are we doing? This is the whole thing. We always say time in and time again, our government should respond to our needs. They work for us. They're representatives. They're not, they're supposed to follow us. What we want, they do. Well, then when they do respond to public pressure, people are like, oh no, I don't trust it. He's just trying to get support. No shit, he's trying to get support. That's the whole deal. They're politicians. We have to show them that the only way they get our support is when they rep our values, when they rep labor first and foremost. And the only way you could do that is by representing the bottom income distribution first and foremost, with a federally guaranteed living wage job for everyone who wants one. It's not real complex. Our government can always buy up all unemployment with a federally guaranteed living wage job for everyone who needs one, because Article 1 mandates our government mint and tax to provide for the general welfare of society. So government never needs to find money. Our government always has infinite purchasing power, regardless of federal revenues or the exchange rate or the markets. Our government can always buy anything for sale priced in dollars. Our government can always pay any debt denominated in dollars. That's the whole point. It uses taxation to create unemployment so that it can provision society with real resources using paid employment. So, taxation and spending is just a social construct to drive real resources from the private sector to the public sector for the general welfare of society per the Constitution. That's it. Once government spends more into the economy than it taxes back out, it's deficit spending, then we in the economy can save dollars and do business amongst ourselves. But the tax is always the foundation of the dollar. The tax is what drives demand for the dollar. So that's the whole thing. So we need to get out there, support the federal jobs guarantee and whoever advocates for it. All right, I don't care if Donald Trump come out today and said we need a federally guaranteed living wage job for everyone who wants one. I would support him. It doesn't matter. At Real Progressives, we're building a movement. Like Steve Grumbine always says, we're building a movement. This ain't about politicians or personalities. This is about policy. It's that simple. Don't be so cynical that you can't get out of your own way. All right? That's all I wanted to say. I'll talk more on this subject Friday when I do my live stream, but I had to at least say something. I mean, this is crazy. We got some representatives finally responding to public pressure, and people don't want to support it. If he's supporting it, then it must be bad. No, it's still the same idea. It doesn't matter who's supporting it. It's still the same idea. And we gotta, I mean, yeah, we do have to make sure that they follow through, absolutely. If the people let their guard down and we become complacent, then yeah, they're not gonna work for our interests. But as long as we keep applying pressure, then we will get what we want. It's that simple. The working class, the majority, has all the power collectively. When we don't work, there is no society. So, government, has to, they understand revolution. They understand that when people are too desperate and have no hope for a better future, people revolt. And people revolt, and there is no civil society. So, government doesn't want that. The ruling class doesn't want that. Then they have nothing, So that's the whole thing. Fight for policies, not the people. Don't be so cynical that you stop progress. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.